Little Red Riding Hood, a classic fairy tale, has changed diversely as time passed. The following interviews will help you, the audience, to understand the plot as well as see the various stories from each individual's perspective. This is Charles Perrault's version. The characters include Little Red Riding Hood, a young girl, the Big Bad Wolf, and the grandmother of Little Red Riding Hood.
Little Red Riding Hood. Red, where did you get your hood from?
I had it made for me when I was younger, and it fit me so well that everyone started calling me Little Red Riding Hood.
Were you scared of going into the woods alone?
I wasn't scared at first, but then once I saw the wolf, I got a little spooked.
And how far off does your grandmother live?
My grandma lives pretty far off from my house, so cutting through the woods just makes it faster.
The wolf. So why were you creeping around the forest?
Because I was hungry and looking for some food that day.
Why did you go after the child?
I went after the girl to get her information, then tricked her and ate her grandma, and then soon I ate her.
Why didn't you just eat her in the woods?
I felt bad for her at first, but after I ate her grandma, I was still hungry.
What did you think of Little Red after meeting her in the woods?
I soon realized she was a fool after tricking her twice. She was also very naive of the dangers of the world.
The grandma. So, how did you not realize that the wolf was pretending to be Little Red?
Due to time, my eyesight and hearing isn't the best, and the sickness definitely didn't help it.
Why do you live so far alone in the woods?
I was born there. I don't really care about the danger. I was born there.
What was the reaction of after seeing the wolf instead of Little Red?
I didn't really have much of a reaction considering he ate me right away.
Now we move to Pretty Salma, a Little Red Riding Hood story from Africa. This story is different from the Charles Perrault version in that it has different characters and plot. The characters include the grandma, Pretty Salma, and the dog.
So, what was your advice to Pretty Salma?
It was just for her to go straight to the sword and straight home.
What took you off to Mr. Dog's real identity?
Well, Mr. Dog couldn't sing the song that he sang with Pretty Salma. He could just bark it.
What did he do after figuring out his true identity?
He pushed me into a pot over the fire and left me there where I couldn't get out.
What were you doing at the market, Pretty Salma?
I was buying my grandma a watermelon, pink drink, and some colored straws.
What was your first impression of the dog?
I thought he was a good guy until he stole all my clothes.
How did you trick Dog?
I saw my grandfather performing and he helped me trick the dog.
Go. So, Mr. Dog, how did you trick Pretty Salma?
I tricked her by stealing all her clothes and made a bet with her pretending I was holding her.
Why did you want to act like Pretty Salma in the first place?
I like being treated by Pretty Salma.
How did they trick you?
Pretty Salma and her grandfather came in with masks and tricked me into thinking that they were spirits.
Now we move on to Hoodwink, a more modern version of the classic fairy tale Little Red Riding Hood.
So, Little Red, why did you get arrested?
I was disturbing the peace with the wolf, Red Lion, Woodsman.
And what were you taking to Granny?
I was taking goodies in my goodie basket.
Though I did find this wolf in the woods. He was being very suspicious. So I escaped him.
And what did you do whenever you saw the wolf at Granny's house?
I threatened him with karate. So, Remy, what were you doing before the disturbance?
I was skiing and then I got pushed off a cliff by the rival team who told me that they were hired by the Goody Bandit.
What is the importance of the recipes?
They've just been in my family for years and they're very important to me.
What was Red doing bringing the recipes to you?
She was bringing them to me so that the Goody Bandit could